A little support for one's colleagues and employees goes a long way. Like Meg Morris, for instance. She's not very well, just in case you were thinking of asking.
Well, of course I was going to, but... Well, my first thought was to see how you were.
And to find out when I was returning to work.
My boy's a champ. Okay, pay up, everybody.
What are you going to do, darling? And you stupid bastard, shut up! You'll have the screws in. I was 3 hours writing that letter.
How do you not think you're doing?
And my last job as top dog is to name my successor. They're all yours.
I'm sorry, that's all I can say at the moment. If you'd care to ring Mr. Colby's office in the morning, I'll... Sir, it doesn't concern me who has a right to a news story. As acting governor of Wentworth, I'm simply trying to do... No, I am not a department lackey. Goodbye. Cheek of some people. Oh, yes, Miss Ferguson, what is it?
Problem with the male prisoners. Of course, if you're too busy, I can...
calls on hold for you, Mrs. Barry.
Take a message, I'll call them back. What sort of a problem?
One of them assaulted Officer Hagan.
Oh, no. Is she badly hurt?
Well, she's still unconscious. I've got them in your office. Now, if you haven't got the time, I can take care.
I'll make time, Miss Ferguson.
Mrs. Barry.
Yes.
An urgent call for you.
Oh,
It's the minister's office.
Oh, all right. I'll take it. I'm sorry, Miss Ferguson. I'll deal with that later. Hello?
Anyone expecting any big changes? We're barking up the wrong tree. I'll just be taking over from where Myra left off.
We should go and talk to Myra, Jude. She seemed awfully upset when she left.
No, love, she should be on her own now.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, you got a lot to live up to, Keen.
Yeah, I'm well aware of that, don't worry. Right now, we've got business to discuss.
Yeah, like when we can get our hooks into the fellas.
Oh, Bobby!
You're sex star. Just saying what the rest of you are thinking.
Yeah, well, the media's taking care of that for us, remember?
Hey, what about the mural, Rep? When can we get that started?
Yeah, I had this idea for a painting competition. You know, who can paint the best trees and the best flowers.
Yeah, okay, later. In case you haven't forgotten, we've still got Ferguson and Murphy to sort out.
So what else is new? Got anything in mind?
Matter of fact, I have. First thing we do is halve the problem. We get rid of one of them before we take on the other.
I could have told you that. Yeah, that's what Myra was planning to do anyway.
Yeah, with one big difference. This time, we are going to get right behind one of them to put the other one away for keeps. Well, I'll let you decide who goes first.
I would appreciate some answers. Striking an officer is a very serious offence.
You know the code, Mrs. Barry. No lagging.
Look, why don't you just own up and save us all some time, McRae? Hitting a woman's right up your street, isn't it?
Get off my back, will you?
I'll ask the questions. Thank you, Mr. Murphy.
Jeff had nothing to do with it. He was just trying to break up the fight. That's all.
See, care to tell us who it was, then?
Well, it was my fault, I guess.
You struck the officer?
Well, I don't know. It all happened so fast. It was hard to tell.
The kid never laid a hand on her.
What have you got to say about that, Burke?
No, don't look at me. I'm clean. Never touched her. Well, go on, ask the professor. He'll tell you. What about it, McRae? Bastard.
I think we've heard quite enough.
Come on, out with it.
Look, it was an accident, OK? She just wasn't looking where she was going. I can't help it, can I?
If you hadn't been brawling in the first place, this wouldn't have happened. 24 hours in solitary. Mr. Murphy.
With pleasure. Come on, Burke.
No lagging, eh?
You told him, Burke.
Right. Let's go.
Oh, Miss Ferguson, I'll be visiting Mrs. Reynolds on my way home, so if you need to get in touch with me...
Oh, that's quite all right, Mrs. Barry. I'm sure we can manage without you.
Rep's pretty sure of herself, isn't she?
Yeah,
All plans and everything.
suppose. Not that I'm saying anything against Myra or anything. She's been a bit bloody touchy lately, hasn't she? She's always bloody wants a bit of fun. Oh, what a hunk!
Cut that out.
What's up, you?
Keeps trying to jump out of his box.
Oh, how's it going?
Really good. I'm just trying to feed him up a bit.
Yeah, well, don't feed him up too much. He'll get fat and lazy.
He gets
Gets plenty of exercise.
Yeah, and that cigarette box, yeah.
Oh, what else am I going to put him in?
Well, I don't know, find something bigger.
Oh, yeah, my old junk box.
Hey, where'd you get all that junk?
Oh, around the place. There you go. Probably would have given him cancer anyway.
He's not moving too fast, is he?
He's very tired after his big race. Aren't you, Robert?
I mean, Robert, what sort of a name's that for a champion?
Yeah, it's pretty. Wimpy Pix and me are trying to think of something better.
So what are you going to call him?
Well, how about Hogs?
Geez, you've got to call him after someone that does sports, like a footballer or something.
Suppose so.
How about Nuke or Birdie after that guy that won the America's Cup?
I got a great idea. We'll name him after the boat.
Australia too?
Yeah, except he'd be Australia 3. What do you reckon?
It's a bit bloody long, isn't it?
Well, Aussie 3. What do you think of that, eh?
You're in the running as our top patient, Mrs. Reynolds. You've made an excellent recovery.
I hope that means I'm about to get my marching orders.
Tomorrow morning. Although another couple of weeks off work wouldn't do you any harm.
Well, I wish I could do that, but I really should get back.
Oh, now, don't give me that. You've been through quite an ordeal. You need another couple of days off work at least before you go back into the fray.
Well, I could do with a break. All right, Doctor, you've won me. And thank you.
You mightn't say that when you get my bill.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it all right?
Yes, it's all right. We're finished with it. She's all yours.
He means they're letting me go home tomorrow.
Oh, how marvellous.
Lovely. Thank you.
Is there anything I can do for you? Perhaps bring in some clothes or something?
Oh, yes, thank you. That'd be a great help.
Good.
How's Wentworth?
Oh, a few little bumps. Nothing serious. I have had word on Samantha Greenway's parents. I wondered if you thought I should speak to her before you get back, that is.
You're in charge. I wouldn't dream of interfering.
No, of course not. I shouldn't have asked.
Joyce, are you sure everything's all right?
Actually, no. It's this Woodridge business. Now I've had the minister's office on the phone asking me about Mr. Colby's television interview.
What interview?
Well, apparently somebody leaked the news to the media that the men are being held at Woodridge, and Mr. Colby has made a statement saying that the women will be allowed to mix with the men.
What? What does he think that will achieve?
Oh, who knows? But I've been told not to act on any directive unless it's personally signed by the minister himself.
I'm not surprised it makes a mockery of the whole exercise.
Oh, I know. It's all getting so complicated.
Well, the least we can do is make an official protest in the strongest possible terms. I mean, how can we be expected to run a prison under two completely different sets of rules?
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought all this up.
I'm glad you did. And the first thing I'm going to do is watch the late news, find out exactly what it was Colby said that suddenly put us all in the hot seat.
What are you doing here, Keane? Should give yourself a lock-up.
Yeah, well, something's come up. I wanted you to be the first to know.
You've got 10 seconds to get it off your chest.
Desmond stepped down as top dog. She's handed the job to someone better qualified, me.
Oh, come on, pull the other one. No one would want you as top dog, not after your last effort. That must rank as one of your most spectacular failures.
Yeah, well, times change.
Not in here, they don't. Even that lot can smell your kind of rat.
Yeah, well, that lot happened to be right behind me. Wouldn't be too smart of you to ignore it.
You're talking your way into a charge, Keane.
Not well, I got Proctor's statement, I'm not.
Oh, that. See. Wondered when we'd get around to that.
I just want you to hear me out. I've got a deal.
Right, I'm listening.
I've managed to convince the women that you need some help to get Murphy off your back.
Makes you think I can't handle him myself?
Because anyone could see he's having you for breakfast. You want to keep your job, you better take the help.
Right. If I come in on this little caper, what's the catch?
Oh, no catch. Just a personal favour.
I'm not licking your boots, Keane.
No one's expecting miracles. It's just a deal. Back me as top dog. Murphy's as good as finished. Yeah, well, I don't know what you're worried about. She couldn't say yes fast enough.
When the freak says yes, that's when you start to worry.
Maybe she's not holding all the cards this time.
Hasn't stopped her before.
Well, what do you want me to do? Stand around while Murphy walks all over us?
All I'm saying is watch your back, that's all. The rest is up to you.
Yeah, that's right.
Good morning. Hi.
Just leaving.
So how are you this morning? You're looking all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Well, I had the best night's sleep for ages. I think I've made the right decision.
Myra, about last night.
Let's forget it, eh, Jude? Everyone was a bit uptight.
It's just that you're too special to get dragged down like that. Let Reb cop everything for a while.
I would have thought that you'd had a gut full of me.
Look, I disagree with your methods. It doesn't mean I don't like you as a person.
Really?
Really? Come on, let's see what Auntie Ray's made it for breakfast, huh?
You're on.
I don't know why Lou's so nasty to everyone. I mean, I was only taking her food up. She didn't have to say awful things about my hair.
Just cut the talk. Well, your luck's changed. We've decided to feed you this morning.
Not before bloody time.
Wouldn't care to take your complaints to the governor, would you, Burke? Mason?
Hello?
You're a cutie, aren't you?
Oh, don't knock it off. Just give him the tray and get out.
Bet they go all the way to the
Stupid bitch! Playing funny buggers, are you, Burke?
Sorry, Mr. Murphy. I just had a cold shiver. I think somebody just walked over my grave.
Wait at the gates.
Yes.
Don't do me any favours.
Can't keep your hands to yourself, can you, Burke? Bit scrawny for you, I would have thought.
I was just having some fun, that's all. Bloke can get horny when there's crumpet around.
Oh, yeah? In that case, I better not tell you about the little number next door, had I? Might get you going again.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing much. Just that a lot of fellas would give their eye teeth to have a go at her. Don't mind her myself.
Take it easy, will you?
Yeah, I forgot. There's a brick wall between you and her, isn't there? Just have to let your imagination have all the fun.
Hey, what about some breakfast?
You've got it, Burke.
Sounds more like a name for an ostrich.
Come on, he's a pedigree champion. You saw him.
Oh, yeah, well, flicks can happen.
Yeah, well, you wait till tonight. My little bloke's going to leave all yous back at the starting gate.
Yeah, more like Ilse will be waiting there at midnight.
All yours.
Whatever you say.
Nothing more, it isn't. Well, I suppose I'll look after the dryer.
Oh, Sam can do that, can't you?
Sure. We need some help with the folding, don't we?
Yeah, we could do with a hand. I think they're trying to tell you something.
You've won me.
By the way, ladies, our little business arrangement with Ferguson is now official.
Shake hands with the devil, is it?
Only thing to work out now is our strategy.
Strategy for what, Keen?
The mural, Miss Radcliffe.
Yeah, that's right. Gonna outdo the Sistine Chapel.
How nice. Come on, Greenway, the governor wants you.
Gives me a chance to bring up the painting. Yeah, we'll lay it on thick.
Oh, well, look.
Reb, what's the story with the uppers?
Enough for everyone?
Keep your voice down, will ya?
Why should I? Got nothing to hide. This time it's legit. No rip-offs. Just plenty of goodwill all round.
Bruce still be dealing?
Yep.
Gee, she'd rip off her own bloody mother.
Yeah, well, I'll make sure she doesn't. From now on, this industry is strictly government control. Good quality, fair profits all the way.
Surely we're entitled to know what's going on. Look, I would appreciate it if you would just let the matter drop. It's hard enough having to contend with Colby. Even he is refusing to accept the minister's decision. At least he knows what it is. Yes, come in. Greenway's here, Governor. Oh, thank you. Have her come in. You will let us know when someone finally decides something, won't you? Sit down, Greenway.
I was hoping we'd get the chance to talk about the mural.
Pardon?
Well, it'll brighten things up a bit. If we put it on masonite or chipboard, we can give it to an orphanage when we get sick of it. Start another one.
I'm sorry, I don't follow you.
The mural for the rec room. I thought that's what I was here.
Oh, no, look, that's not the reason I called you in here. It's about your mother.
You found her?
Mm-hmm. The details are all here, including your original name.
Julie Ann Cameron.
Mm-hmm. Now, under the circumstances, I think it might be a good idea if we get a social worker to sort of, break the ice.
No, I mean, I'd rather do it myself.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, think how she'd feel if the first thing she heard about me was I was in prison. Let me write first, please.
Yes, I see your point. Oh, go on. Why not? I can't see any harm in that.
Thanks, Mrs. B.
Chauffeur, madam?
Chris, how did you know I was leaving?
Oh, I have my spies, like the one at reception.
Well, your timing's perfect. I was just going to ring for a cab. Not working today.
I have just started 4 weeks' leave.
Lucky you.
Oh, perhaps. Phil and I used to go bush the first week each year. No more.
Yes, a lot of things will be different.
What we both need is a dose of the real world. You ready?
Thanks.
Ah, Mrs. Reynolds, I was hoping I'd catch you before you left. Can we talk? It's about Mrs. Morris.
Oh, yes, it's all right, Doctor. This is Chris Sutton. He knows me.
Is anything wrong?
I'm afraid so, yes. In fact, we're very concerned about her. I was wondering, could you go and see her before you left? It might help.
Of course.
I don't understand. Her injuries weren't that bad, were they?
Well, I'm afraid her physical condition is no longer the real problem. She simply doesn't want to pull through.
And that's my real name, Julie Ann.
Julie Ann.
What do you think?
Fantastic.
Great name.
Sounds like Margaret. Yeah, maybe your mum's loaded.
Hard to shorten, but.
Hey, it was a shock to the system, huh?
You bet. I was all fired up about the mural and Wham.
Well, at least it wasn't all for nothing.
Yeah, I guess. Strange feeling, though. Suddenly you've got a whole new family, a whole new background. It's like finding out you're a different person from who you thought you were. Sounds a bit corny, doesn't it?
Nah, not at all. We don't know how lucky we are.
Get out, I would have traded my dad any day.
Bobby?
So, when's the big reunion?
Dunno. Jude, can I have a chat to you for a second?
Sure.
It's not heavy when you turn her off.
Yeah, well, it's true, isn't it? Most of the time you're better off without her.
No, I don't think there's going to be a problem for Sam.
Yeah, no, lucky bugger. Of course you should write to her. She's your flesh and blood, isn't she?
Yeah, but what happens if we've got nothing in common?
You've just got butterflies, that's all. It'll work out. Anyway, you're dying to do it. It's written all over your face.
Yeah, you're right.
You know you're a lucky kid. You got a whole new life to go to. You'd be crazy to knock that back, huh?
We know things can't be changed, Meg, but at least try and put them behind you.
I can't. I can't just close my eyes and forget that Phil ever existed.
But it's not like you to throw in the towel. You've got so much to come back to.
I don't want to talk anymore. Would you mind going?
Right. I think it's time we aired a few home truths.
But I asked you to leave.
Not till you've heard me out.
If you think that you
Yes,
can...
go on, call the nurse, do your usual cop-out, just like you did with Phil. You didn't care for him at all, did you?
Of course I did. I loved him.
So you keep saying. But when I think that he was shot just so you could lie there and fade away like some second-rate Juliet.
You don't understand.
Oh, yes, I do, only too well. You know what makes me mad? The fact I didn't get the chance to tell him not to bother.
You can't mean that.
If he could only see you now. Just haven't got the guts to get up and show him it was worth it, have you? No, I didn't think so. Don't bother about calling to the nurse. I've gone.
What kept you?
None of your business, Keen.
Yeah, well, that depends, doesn't it? You worked out a way to fix Murphy yet?
Yeah, one of your specialties. Drugs. You just get one of your cronies to plant some on him and I'll make sure the right people find them.
Yeah, well, you're losing your touch. I picked that as a frame in 5 seconds.
Not if we set it up to look as though he's dealing.
Forget it. We need something he can't talk his way out of.
Such as?
Such as? If he were caught with his jocks round his ankles.
Oh, come on, Keen. They already tried that on me, remember, and it didn't work.
Yeah, well, I'm organising it this time. Desmond's mistake was that you weren't interested in the bait. I happen to know who Murphy's got the hots for.
Who?
Leave it to me. I'll fix it. As long as you can make sure you get a witness there tonight on his night shift.
Have to be earlier. Murphy's off at 5:30.
Huh, even better. Well, Four Eyes herself can be the witness. If you can get her there.
Oh, I'll get her there, Keen. Just you make sure that there are no slip-ups.
Hey, Jeff. Frank's gonna be after blood when he gets out of solitary, mate.
Work's no problem. Tell you what is beginning to worry me, though. That road out there. Wouldn't be hard to line up a target from there, would it?
Hey, you're right.
And what's to stop one of the blokes from Stir asking a friend to come over and take a couple of pot shots at us? And the whole world knows we're here now.
You don't reckon they would, do you?
I don't want to take the risk.
Righto, you two. That's enough of the chatting. You can move that on your own.
Hey, Murphy. I want to see the governor.
Oh, and I want to win Tats Lotto. Just get on with it.
I said I want to see the governor. Are you going to take me, or do I just front up and say you refuse me my rights?
The biggest mistake anyone ever made was giving you rights, McRae.
Knew you'd see it my way.
Move it.
Wasn't exactly textbook, I admit. More desperation than anything.
Did it work?
I think the message got through. Wish I could say the same about Bobby Mitchell.
I take it that didn't go too well.
You could put it that way. She seems to have a block about psychiatrists. You know any reason why?
Yes, we had a bad experience with one at the prison. Did a lot of harm to one of Mitchell's close friends.
I wish I'd known.
Do you want to have another talk to her? When we drop in at Wentworth?
Mrs. Reynolds, you just got out of hospital.
I just want to give Joyce Barry some moral support. She's had a pretty rough time from the department.
So much for 2 days off.
I feel fine. And you do want to talk to Mitchell again, don't you?
All right, in one condition. We stay no longer than we have to.
I promise.
Well, now that the story's out, we'll be sitting ducks.
We will do everything in our power to make sure that no harm comes to any of you. That's all we can do at the moment.
And in the meantime, we keep on working out there in that shooting gallery.
I needn't remind you that you are working out there at your own request.
Sorry, these just are not going to work.
Oh, what's wrong now, Miss Ferguson?
The rosters, they're complete chaos. Now, Brown and Radcliffe are down for 3 straight shifts and not a day off until next week.
I'll deal with that in a moment. All right, McRae, I will look into your problem. Now, if you'll just wait outside, I want to have a few words with these officers.
What's McRae whinging about now?
He's brought up a very, very serious matter.
Yes, he's afraid that a member of the Woodridge fan club might come after him with a pea shooter.
He may well be right. We'll just have to stretch our resources and make sure we get extra security for them.
Simplest thing to do is put them all into solitary with Burke.
If we do that, we'll get back to the same problem we had before.
Well, you'll just have to think of something, won't you?
I am trying, but I can't get anywhere if you two won't at least cooperate. Oh, Mrs. Reynolds, I thought you'd be at home.
Must be a workaholic. Can't keep away from the place.
Good to see you looking so healthy, Governor.
Yes, nice of you to drop in and say hello.
You misunderstand, Mr. Murphy. As long as Mrs. Barry doesn't mind, I'm back here to take over.
I just went to give him his food and he was awful.
What happened?
Oh, he's a dreadful man. He had these dirty fingernails and he ran his hand up my... Oh, it's too awful to talk about. Do you mind?
No, of course not, but something's got to be done about that bastard.
You want to relax, fix all men out like that?
Well, stop blabbing and serve the food, Mason. Push any dope while you're in the pound, Kelly. Up yours, Desmond.
Oh, Kelly.
Want to talk to you?
Guess who's our new top dog? And with Desmond's blessing.
He did it.
Smiling, I like.
Easy. What about the screws?
Well, Ferguson's sweet, as long as we can help her get rid of Murphy.
Well, that'll take some doing.
Not if he's caught with his pants down. And I mean, with his pants down.
Who's going to be the lucky lady?
Well, you see, there's only one of us that he's really got the hots for. You.
Oh, no way. Forget it.
You're not thinking, lady. He's going to be having a go at you anyway. Why not do it for a reason? What do you reckon?
We still pushing dope?
Get rid of Murphy. We can do anything we like.
It's up to you, Kelly.
Mrs. Reynolds, this is crazy. You shouldn't be here.
What else could I do? I had to send Joyce home. She was at breaking point.
She was... I repeat that you have just come out of hospital. Surely there's someone else can take over the fort. That big one, what's her name? Ferguson.
You don't know this place very well. Every time Joan's taken over, she's been more trouble than she's worth.
All right, then, Murphy.
Oh, he's too much of a stickler for discipline. We'd have a riot in no time.
But there must be somebody else.
If there were, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Oh, are you going to continue playing nursemaid, or are you just going to let me get on with it?
What's the point? I may as well go home. No, I'm forgetting Bobby. I might have better luck now.
I hope so. Where do you want to see her?
Well, anywhere, as long as it's private, and not the hospital. We didn't do too well there.
Yeah, well, just a moment. I'll see if the visitor's room's free.
From now on, the supply of dope will be out in the open and controlled. Any questions?
Yep. How about Kelly and her mates? Do they agree?
Of course they do. Don't you, Lou?
Mitchell, come with me. Oh, Keen, I forgot. There's a parcel for you. I'll get it for you later.
Ah, another fruitcake from Mum. Right, one more thing before we get back to work. The freak and I have worked out a way to give Murphy the big shove.
Right, what have you got planned?
Nothing you need bother your tiny mind about. You just stay away from Lou's cell in rec period.
Can we help?
Now, wait a minute. If this is going to affect all of us, we have a right to know. If the freak happens to be walking along...
Now, listen. I didn't ask for this job, but I accepted it, so I'll give it my best shot. You want to question the top dog? Get another one. You want results? We'll do it my way. Any complaints?
What do you want?
Thought you might like somebody to talk to.
Yeah, well, I was talking to someone when they dragged me in here.
Ah, I'm sorry.
Suppose you're going to give me the big shrink talk and get me talking about Phil Cleary.
No. If you want to, of course.
Well, I don't. He's dead. Not much point, is there?
Fair enough. What about your family? Have you heard from your father?
No, and I don't want to. Not just the same as the bloody pimps. All they ever do is want to use you.
What about your little sister? Philip said you had one.
Yeah, he talked a lot, didn't he? All right, I have got one. So what? Fat lot of good I can do her in here. Look, have you finished? Can I go now?
Yes. Didn't want to upset you, and if it makes you feel any better, I'm sorry about the other day. Only wanted to help.
Yeah, well,
How's it going in here?
not a lot to write home about. Besides, I haven't got one anyway.
Mrs. Barry said you're doing very well in the handyman lessons.
Yeah, they're good.
Well, it'd be good if you could keep it up. Just think of the job opportunities when you
wake up, Australia. I'm a bloody crim, mate. Nothing good's ever going to happen for me.
But it doesn't have to always be like that, Bobby.
Save your shrink talk for someone else. Cass believed people like you, and the next thing I know, she tried to kill me.
Yeah, well, that was Dr. Edmonds. He was sick.
He was a shrink. Now, will you rack off and bloody leave me alone?
Good to see you, Mr. Murphy.
Enjoy your little stint in the pound, Kelly?
No way. Too lonely. I thought you would have come to visit me.
Well, now, why would I do that?
Oh, you know, would have been nice to have had a talk with a real man. Not like the wimps we usually get.
You'll be right when the men from Woodridge get here, won't you?
Well, it's not just any man I'm interested in. I like a man with a bit of class and experience. You wouldn't happen to be on night duty, would you?
Not tonight, but next week I'll be...
Too far away. Do you know the girls are having a meeting in the rec room after work? Reb's going to give them a bit of a pep talk. But I've heard it all before, so I thought I'd just go to my room and be on my own.
Well, you better get moving with that, Skip.
Yes, Mr. Murphy. Save it. You'll need it.
I'm sorry to bother you, Governor. Just thought there might be something I could do for you. You really should take it easy on your first day back.
No, thank you, Miss Ferguson. I was just trying to talk myself into doing this paperwork. The women all right?
Oh, yes, I think so. They did say something about wanting to see you. Big act about welcoming you back, but personally I think they're more interested in finding out about the Woodridge men.
I'll go and see them now.
Well, why not wait until their recreation period? Be a lot easier than walking around the prison.
Oh, well, I must admit I don't feel up to that. Would you tell them I'll be there?
I will. There was one other thing, Governor.
Yes?
I would have mentioned it to Joyce Barry, but she didn't seem to be coping too well with the routine matters, so I thought
I'm surprised to hear you say that. I've just been reading her reports, and I'd say she did very well. Now, what was it you had to tell me?
There's talk of sexual harassment from the male officers. Of course, I didn't take too much notice of it. As we both know, they've tried that one before.
Have you seen any evidence of it?
No, I haven't. I just thought I'd report it. For the record.
Well, here's one of them back. To see Kelly on your travels?
No. Who wanted to see you, Bob? No one special? Anyone we know?
Just some do-gooder from the department, all right?
All right, jeez, I was only asking.
Always bloody asking. You can't even scratch a bum around here without someone sticking their nose in.
Jeez, now what have I done?
Quit while you're behind, Marlene.
Look, I don't mean to sound pushy, ladies, but can we do some work around here? Well, hello, Kelly. Nice of you to join us. Where the bloody hell have you been?
Had to go to maternity.
Yeah, that'd take 10 minutes.
Wasn't my fault. Murphy held me up for a minute.
Then I went and checked on me roach.
Ha! You're wasting your time, Kelly. My bloke's gonna romp it in tonight.
Yeah, mine's still going around in circles.
There's only one way you'll win, Warren. Cheating.
I don't have to. Little Aussie's a top roach.
Okay, girls, let's call it a day.
Today.
Yeah.
Hey, not you, Kelly. You've got some making up to do. Unload those dryers. You pinned Murphy down to a time yet?
Nah, but he'll be there for the rec period for sure. God, you should have seen it. Bloody eyes sticking out on stalks.
What a pushover.
What about me? I'm the one that's got to go through with it.
Yeah, I'll make it up for you. I've got a little surprise.
Is the new stuff coming?
Safe as houses. And the first thing we're going to do is give everybody a free snort of coke.
What? That'll cost a fortune.
It's an investment. If we can get someone like Warren going, maybe she can suck some of her mates in.
Oh, you'll never get her to take the hard stuff.
Why not? Just tell her it won't hurt her. Nice high.
She won't buy it.
Yeah, well, if you want some of that gambling dough, you better just do it.
Look, you'll have to shove it down her throat.
You know what's wrong with you, Kelly? You got no class. If she won't play ball, we'll play dirty guards and stick it in her Wheaties.
Fair enough. What are you going to do about the race tonight? We're going to put the same roach in the ring? We're going to pull the big switch.
We'll use the ring in for one more time. Might as well suck her right in. Well, you better get back to your cell. You wouldn't want to keep Loverboy waiting.
Well, why don't you try and ring her up? I mean, she's probably heard all about you by now, and she's half expecting to hear from you.
I couldn't do that. No. No, the first contact should be by letter.
Honey, would you like me to give you a hand?
Oh, thanks, Jude.
I mean, I'm not a genius with words, but I'm willing to give it a go, you know.
You're right. You just right. I'll do it shorthand.
Oh, God, me and my big mouth. Okay. Dear Mum, this is a really hard letter for me to write because I've never met you. But I just found out that you are my mother, and I'd really like to meet you.
Great.
Hang on, I can't think of something.
Maybe I could say something like, the people that were looking after me have recently died. You mean so much to me I can't tell you, being Mum. Please write soon, your loving daughter Samantha. Julianne Cameron.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah. How did you know how I felt, Jude?
I got a daughter of my own. I know what I'd like her to say to me.
So, Brian Greenway, come with us. The Governor wants everyone in the rec room.
Oh, hello. How are you feeling? It's so nice to see you.
Bit tired, but I'll be all right. How did you get on with your mother, Samantha?
I'm just writing to her now, Mrs. Reynolds. Thanks for all your help.
Let's go to the rec room.
Go on, move it.
Come on, Pix, it's only 10 minutes. You can wait that long. It's not going to kill you.
Oh, yes, I think it will.
What's the matter, love?
Well, Bobby said I have to stay here because Red's doing something to Mr. Murphy, but I can't, Myra. I just have to go to the
Sorry, love. You'll have to run around the room or something. It's very important.
I know what you mean, Pix. I'd really like to go see Ozzy before the race. Give him a pep talk or something. I reckon you're getting so bloody troppo over that road, you'll be sleeping with it next.
Oh, don't do that. You'll squash him. Oh, why did I say that?
I remember when you couldn't stand him. I know, but that's me mum. She used to go into a huge tiz whenever there was a cockroach in the house.
Yeah, mine was the same. Listen, Marla, come to my dorm after tea, will you? I want to talk to you about that gambling paper.
You're not going to stop it, eh?
Oh, you're a panic merchant? Of course I'm not.
Yes, and what does she want to see me for?
Don't ask me. She's the top dog.
Hey, look who's back!
Oi! Cut the noise! Sorry, Mrs. Reynolds. Good to see you back. Mrs. B did a good job, but then there's only one boss, isn't there?
Are you all right now, Mrs. Reynolds? We're awfully worried about you.
Well, I'm back a bit earlier than I expected, but I'm fine, Pixie.
Good.
And thank you all for the flowers. They're lovely.
How's Mrs. Morris?
Oh, she'll be in hospital for a bit longer, but the doctor said there's nothing to worry about.
Right.
Now, I know you had some trouble while I was away. I want you all to know it had nothing to do with Mrs. Barry or the staff. And with a bit of luck, our visitors from Woodbridge won't be here forever.
Any word on us getting to mix with them?
Nothing yet. I'm waiting for a decision from the minister.
Hope he's quick. Lou Kelly's going out of her head.
Where is Kelly? I ask you a question, Keane.
In her cell, I suppose.
What's she doing there? She should be here. Go and get her.
No way, three's a crowd.
What do you mean, three? Who's with her? Come on, Keane, what's she up to?
Oh, I reckon she'd be looking at the cell ceiling about now.
Will somebody give me a straight answer? Is she with a member of the staff?
Well, I'd say the big turkey's stuffed. We'll celebrate with some free Coke all round. Courtesy of Lou Kelly.
Free Coke, are you serious?
Of course I am. Come to my cell after dinner.
Excuse me, would someone please tell me what all this is about? Yeah, I know what you mean, Pix. I'm a bit confused myself.
Well, at least we got rid of Murphy.
Past.
Wendy, would you page Mr. Murphy for me, please, and ask him to come to my office? Thank you.
Oh, Governor, look, this is ridiculous. You look dreadful. Why don't you go home?
Believe me, Miss Ferguson, I'd love to. But there are things going on out there I don't like. No point just going home with that on my mind.
There was no one with Kelly, so what's the problem?
The problem is, why did they say it?
Oh, to cause trouble. You know they've done it before.
Come in.
I believe we've been looking for each other.
Huh?
Yes, I buzzed you before, but Wendy said you'd gone to the rec room.
Looks as though we need walkie-talkies. Where were you before that?
I was with the Woodridge lot. Why? Is there anything wrong?
No, not at all. What did you want to see me about?
Sue Bailey's rostered for the graveyard shift. She rang to say she was sick, so I said I'd do it, if that's all right with you.
Yes, of course.
Right, well, I'll release Berg from solitary and then take a break. Oh, what did you want to see me about?
Actually, it was the same thing.
Great minds, eh? Well, I'll leave you to it.
I don't know. Where there's smoke, there's usually fire.
That's just an old saying, Miss Ferguson, nothing more. Let's face it, if it were true, you'd have been burnt to a crisp.
Well, you blew it, didn't you? We had him by the short...
Don't blame me. It wasn't my fault he didn't show. Bloody hell, he was foaming at the mouth when I saw...
Yeah, all right, we'll have to try again. Now, get out. I want to talk to Marlene.
God, is that all the thanks I get? I've missed first sitting and everything.
That's what I like about Lou. She takes criticism well.
Yeah, she always did. I want to talk to you.
Yeah, in a minute. Do you mind? I've got to talk to Marlene.
Fine. I'll be in the rec room.
What's the matter? I haven't ripped anyone off, have I?
No, relax. Looking forward to the free drugs?
No, I'm not into drugs.
Yeah, sure. That's fine. Now, I got this idea for an emergency fund. Well, we could use it to pay off screws, someone loses their buy-up, that sort of thing.
Great. Where does the money come from?
Well, that's where you come in. I'll only take 20% of your winnings.
20%? Forget it. That'd break me.
You're not listening. I said 20% of your winnings. That's fair enough, isn't it?
Suppose.
Okay. Let's seal the deal. Open the jam fancies. What do you say?
Yeah, thanks. I gotta go race.
Oh, I'll come with you. Here, take one for later.
Thanks. Might give some to Ozzy.
Have a bloody look at it, will you? The minute I step down as top dog, they're stoned out of their brains. No wonder I chucked the job in.
Come on now, not everybody here's a hophead, you know. Why don't you have a word with Red?
Oh, I tried. She was too busy.
Hey, do you reckon Ozzy'd like a snort?
He wouldn't lower himself. Besides, going by you lot, he'd run backwards anyway. Okay, it's time for the first race. Come on, who's going to keep net?
Well, I'll do it. Wouldn't trust you, buggers.
Keep yourself nice. Pass me me book. Who's in the first race?
Oh, well, I might as well get into it, eh?
Me too. Okay, come on, place bets, please. 50 cents. Okay, ready? Steady, go! Wins and he's still fresh as a daisy. Just I'm feeling crook. Okay, who's next? Me.
What a way for money. Why the hell come up with the good
Look, I told you later we'll get better odds.
Come on, Kelly, you racing or what?
Yeah.
Okay, it's Ozzy against Herpes this time.
Herbie.
Herpes? Place your bets.
I want to talk to you.
All right, in a minute.
Now!
Yay!
she gets this up, you'll be laughing all the way to the bank.
Yeah, Bob, look, listen, I really do feel cooked, you know.
Company! Right, time to go back to your cells. And the minute you take over the job, you start handing dope around as if there's no tomorrow. What the hell are you trying to do, kill them?
Look, Mara, I don't like it either, but there's no such thing as a clean slammer.
Oh, come on, I know that, but you don't have to encourage it.
Look, I've been doing my homework. There's been dope going around this place for 30 years. No top dog's ever been able to stop it. It's a message there somewhere, don't you think?
You don't have to force it down their bloody throats.
That's exactly what I'm trying not to do.
What?
If I left it to Lou Kelly, she'd be feeding it to the kids. I want to stop that. I want to stop her ripping off the women. It's called regulation.
How long do you think Kelly's going to put up with you giving away her dope?
Look, Myra, I know it's hard for you, but I'm in the chair now, so I've got to do things my way or there's no point. If the women, even one of them, wants to fight me, I may as well do what you did and chuck it in. Are you with me?
I'm a bit worried about Warren. She said she's sick, but she won't go to the infirmary.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it. Probably just an act.
I don't think so. She looks awful.
Yeah, well, I'll check her out on the rounds.
You doing your first one already?
Well, it's nearly 10 o'clock. Got to put the lights out anyway. Couldn't get around earlier. Then I had a better idea. Why rush it? We can have all night. You'd prefer that, wouldn't you?
Give me roses. I wish he could again, but that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down, but the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare